Hello and welcome to the latest episode of On the Bank Angling. Sorry about not posting very much recently, but we've all been quite busy and we've not had a lot of time to get any fishing in. So I'm going to try and get some more video and try and get some more videos out for you guys. But yeah, it's been hard work so far. Today we're at the prestigious Royalty Fishery, and we're going to be fishing for some of the barbel, the chub, and the other species that reside in here. You know, that did a British record barbel many years ago, but it's not done anything of any size for a while, you know, close to the British record. But we're going to fish it and we're going to see how we get on. We've just got here for the afternoon. We're going to fish it until dark, and then tomorrow we're going to go off to the prolific Throop fishery on the Dorset Stour and have a go there, see if I can sort of like catch a decent barbel or chub. My barbel PB is like £5 and my chub PB is £3.5, so I've got plenty of scope there to break those PBs, and I'm hoping that in the next couple of days I'm going to beat both of them. So I'm going to record it as we go along. I've got Chris here with me, and I've also got Aidan, and I believe John's going to turn up tomorrow afternoon, so hopefully we have a few fish for the camera and hopefully we can make you guys a brilliant video. Hope you enjoy it. So I've been fishing now for a few hours and it's not really been happening because it's quite warm, it's quite muggy. It's the afternoon. It's been quite bright as well, but we have seen a few fish in the area. So I've put a bit of bait in, a few boilies, a couple of like balls of ground bait in. I'm going to go and get us fish and chips in a minute, but in the meantime just going to run through the rigs that I'm using. So what I'm using is a 2.5 ounce cage feeder, fished on a running line. I've got just a little buffer bead there just to stop it from damaging the knot, with a size 11 swivel, which pulls out quite nice and easy if I want to change my hook link. It's all nice and free running. If it snaps, it's all just going to run off. Then I've got a hook link of roughly, I don't know, 1.5 foot maybe. And on that, the end of that, I've just tied a simple knotless knot. I've got a size 8 Drennan's Barbel Super Specialist on there at the moment with a krill boilie. There's a 15mm on there at the moment with quite a long hair, but prior to that I was actually fishing 2 12mm initially. I just sort of put 15mm on to see if there was going to be anything happening, but nothing really has, so I'm not really massively fussed at the moment because I'm, like I say, I'm going to go and get some food, and I've put some bait in now, put a few boilies and all the rest of it in. Getting into my ground bait mix, I've actually got a combination of, I've got some standard 6mm pellet and some Coppins low oil coarse pellet. I've got some 4mm sticky krill pellet. I've got Sonia Bates krill ground bait, and then I've got 12 and 15mm krill pop-ups. I've been doing well on fishy baits, so I thought I'd make it fishy. Just to top it off, I've been putting some of this Drennan Yummy Bait Booster in. I've been catching quite a few fish using this, so I've been popping that in there, and that's my mix, which I'm hoping this evening may well do me a bite or two. Well, it's getting towards the end of the evening. Got about, I don't know, 15-20 minutes left. Been eaten alive by midges. I'm like, get some of these bites on my arms. On there, that are my days. I'm itching all over. Absolutely itching. I've never been bitten by midges before, and now I know how everybody else feels when they moan about it. So I'll have to get some Piriton on the way home. For the last sort of 20 minutes, I've just kind of, I'll just show you. I've just put a bait in this slack here. The reason being that it just looks carpy, and I wouldn't mind a royalty carp, that'd be beast. So I'm having a go to see if I can get one. Like I said, I've only got like the last 20 minutes. I don't think the barbel are playing ball. Boys haven't had much luck down there, so it's been a bit of a blank session, but it's always nice to get out on the bank either way, and hopefully the Throop tomorrow will give us a bit more joy. Well, welcome to day 2 of our river special. Today we've all gone down to the prolific Throop fishery on the Dorset Stour. I'm in what everybody affectionately names a Matt Hayes swim, because it was on a record-breaking fish. And there's a small hole behind me just here, and I've been putting a bit of bait in now. I put about 10 or 12 pouches full of boilie and pellet in there. There's a few chub and that rolling about, and I'm sure I saw the dorsal fin of a barbel pop up, but now I've said that, I probably jinxed it and I won't catch one. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a few pouches full of bait in, just to, I don't know what that's all about. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm going to put a few pouches of bait in just to spook these chub off the spot that are actually feeding. And then when they've gone, I can then position my feeder. The tactics I'm going to use are exactly the same as what I was using at the royalty yesterday. And today I'm feeling very confident that I'm going to be able to show you a fish. Hopefully we can all show you a fish or two. So, fingers crossed, eh? So we've been fishing about 5 minutes. Stevie's first off the ball. What have you got yourself, Steve?
Quite a nice chub.
Yeah?
This is a swim that I've never fished before.
Yeah?
I haven't weighed it yet, but I'll say.
Nice. Well done, mate. Let's just try and...
Nearly £4, I would say. Oh.
Very fidgety, isn't it? Nice. Oh!
To do that, isn't it? Okay.
It's not doing very well, is it? Well, it's a nice fish, about £4. Yeah, nicely done, Steve. That's an awesome chevin.
There we go.
Beauty, mate. Well done.
Literally first cast, so.
Well done, mate. We'll get a photo or two and then slip him back, shall we?
Cool.
Well, here's my beast start to the day. I've had a gudgeon. Just managed to pick the hook up with a couple of 12mm krills. But I mean, like you can see, it's perfection in miniature, isn't it? They're bloody gorgeous fish. It's just a shame they don't get very big, but that's what you call a fish. I think I'll just pop this one back. While Steve was off the mark with his chub, me and Aidan were both struggling due to the low water level and the hot weather. In the meantime, John had moved upstream and had a few good chub, and as for Chris, well, I will let him tell you himself.
Right then guys, so there's my first chub of the day. It's taken a very long time in a swim that's absolutely full of them, but eventually I've caught one. £5, 2 ounces. Not massive for fruit, but big in comparison to a lot of the chub I catch. So yeah, there we go. Sweet, hope to get a few more now.
And Chris has had his £5 chub, so well done to him. But over this side of the bank, things have been quite quiet. It's been really hot, like I said earlier, and it's been really slow as well. There was a few chub first thing in the morning, they moved out, so what I did, I waded out, put a fair bit of bait in, left it, had a little bit of a nap, went off and got some food, did a few bits while it was really hot, because the heat was draining, it was that hot. And now I'm just going to fish through to the evening. Now I'm quite excited because not only has Chris got chub 2 swims down from me, but Aidan's seen carp 2 swims up, and Chris also thinks he's seen carp. So the odds are is that they're moving up and down through the shallower water in the river, and it's the same group of fish, because there aren't many carp in here. So I'm hoping that once it cools down a little bit, they'll get down on that bed of bait, and I might end up with my first river carp. You know, I mean, like a chub would do me lovely. I'd much rather have a chub, because any chub that I have is probably going to be a PB. But a river carp would be quite cool as well. So Aidan's finally off the mark with his first chub of the session. Aidan, what did you catch your chub on?
A boilie wrapped in paste. Okay.
Yeah, nice one. How heavy would you say it is?
£3.
Yeah.
A little bit bigger.
Yeah,
Quite
fair
a
enough.
small one,
But it's good to have caught something, isn't it?
that's it. Some tough going.
Only me to go now.
I'll get you one now.
Yeah, man. Alright then, let's slip it back. I'm really excited. Aidan tried to get me down to stalk another chub out of the tree that he'd just stalked one out of. So I had my waders on, and we tried, but to no avail. There are still a few chub around, but they're quite spooky, and I figured that I was wasting my time with all the bait that I put on this spot over the course of the day. I figured it was probably a good idea to come back here. So I waded my bait over, and as I did, this dark shape just moved off my bait, just slowly, and it was a good sized carp, sort of like at least a 20. So as I didn't spook it properly, I'm hoping it's alright. I lowered my rig down on top of where it was, and I put about 2 or 3 handfuls of boilie over the top of it, and I'm just going to sit this out now, and hopefully I can have something a little bit special. But I don't know, I'm quite excited though, nervous at the same time, but excited.
Do you reckon it's a 20? And he'd be alright. But I don't care. Oh dear. I've not seen the car. And now I've had 2 do lessons.
Oh, worked out alright, isn't it?
Battery's low.
So, as I said earlier, I saw a carp. It wasn't this one, it was bigger than this one, but I've just had a characterful, stumpy-tailed mirror, £14, 11 ounces. So, I may not have broken my chub or barbel PBs, which is what I would have liked to have done, but my first ever river carp. Blooming gorgeous as well. So proper old character on one of those shoreline sausage boilies over a load of krill. So I'm buzzing now. Lucky I had Aidan on hand with another set of waders to help me get out and net it, because there was a lot of weed there. But chuffed. Ideal. Should we get some pics for Steve?
Well, as the sun sets, it's been a fairly successful trip for a second day, really. I mean, like, everybody's had some decent chub, £4 plus. I struggled, but now I've had my first ever river carp, which I'm absolutely buzzing about. It's definitely going to make the drive home a lot nicer. Unfortunately, I've got to record this on the action cam because my standard camcorder's run out of battery, but in case this is the last post, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and please leave us a little like and don't forget to subscribe for further content.